Okay, this is part 2 of the video about dating anxiety. In part 1, we were exploring why people breadcrumb and just discussing the different anxieties and tensions that can arise when we are newly meeting someone and trying to figure out if they're interested in us or not. We discussed if they're interested or not, why we settle for such a small amount of attention, realizing that if someone's not fully pursuing us, then it means they're not fully interested, why we seek validation and attention from external sources, and why we perhaps don't think that we're worthy of a truly juicy, dynamic relationship. And if you want to feel less stress and anxiety about dating and pursuing relationships, connection and intimacy in others, then you've got to go on a journey within and learn to love and honor yourself more completely, more fully. Fill that hole that we have, pour water into the well, so that then when we're overflowing, we have the capacity to manifest truly divine partnerships. I was recommending not to settle for half-assed mediocrity, and rather, if you're not manifesting a high potential relationship right now, then great. Don't settle for less. Use your time and energy on other things, passion projects, music, art, creative things, self-care, relaxing, spending time with friends and family, learning something new, reading a book, being a boss-ass witch at your career and your business. In this video, in part 2, and so sorry guys, I had to cut it because I have a precious newborn that I am breastfeeding, and so sometimes I have got to take a pause to care for my baby's needs. But here in part 2, we are going to explore vulnerability and how in these situations when we have like these stories in our head about are they interested, why aren't they interested, what's going on for them, my suggestion to you is to step into vulnerability and simply ask for the truth. We often create stories in our head that may be true, or they may be just projections based on things that we've already experienced before, patterns that we have in our lives. Could be our own fear of rejection, our own fear of abandonment. So we're kind of like writing the story ahead. Oh, they're rejecting me, or oh, this and that. And so I encourage you to find out the truth firsthand and be okay with the answer. So if you want to explore the truth, here's some example sentences that you can use. So, hey, I haven't heard from you since our last date, and I have a story that maybe you've been really busy with work and you do want to have another date, but you just haven't gotten around to sending a message. Is that true for you? And if so, would you like to see me again? I'm interested. And then just see what they say. Another option is, hey, I noticed that you haven't reached out since we saw each other last weekend. I had a great time and I'm interested in seeing you again, but I'm curious how you feel. And I'm okay either way. I just would like to know, so that I can either mark something on my calendar for us to connect again, or I can use my time on something else. And then just wait for the reply. Maybe I have a story that you're not really that interested in seeing me again, since I haven't heard from you since our last date, and I'm curious what's true for you. I just want to check and see how you're feeling. Any of these things, the intention is basically to get out of your head and into the reality of the current moment, and just check in with this other person and see what's true for them, what's actually true. Check your assumptions, validate what is really going on here, and then be okay with the answer. Recognize that it can be nerve-wracking. It's a normal experience for us to be a little shy or nervous to be so direct, because often it requires us facing these fears of rejection or these fears of abandonment that maybe we have accumulated over the years, because maybe we've been rejected in the past and then we created a story of unworthiness around that. But the reality is someone else's desire to date you or not to date you really doesn't have anything to do with you. So common that we're taking this on as a personal attack. But really, everyone is so unique. Like, we are special snowflakes. We are so unique, and each person has very different needs and wants and desires, different perspectives of life and things that they want to pursue in life, hobbies, interests, geographical locations, all kinds of things. So if someone's not interested in dating you, that's okay. It's got more to do with them than it has to do with you, and it doesn't mean that you have to change anything about yourself. You just need to find the person that is compatible with who you authentically are. So I encourage you to shift your mindset from someone not being interested in you being like a rejection, and rather looking at it as a win. The more direct you are, the more quickly you will realize if someone is interested or not. And if they're not interested, then excellent. You can release that because it's not for you, and then show the universe that, okay, I've released that, so I'm open. I'm open to receiving and manifesting that which is for me and is serving me. And if they are interested, great. Rather than pussyfooting around, you were direct. You asked if they're interested. Yes, they're interested. So perfect. You're both interested. Now you can go be interested together and go on another date, and continue getting to know one another. So I really look at it as a win-win. And when I started realizing this myself, wow, it was a game changer. Total game changer. Now I have more of my own time and energy back, more of my own focus and presence back. I waste far less time in wonder and uncertainty, and more time in sureness, certainty. I get to the fun part of dating more quickly, and I take things less personally. So I have more confidence and security in myself. And then the relationships that I do manifest are more authentic, because I'm not trying to change anything about myself. I'm just being myself, and magnetically attracting people that are resonating with who I authentically am. So I deeply hope that this helps you release some of your dating anxieties and helps you to manifest truly divine relationships. I'm Forest Soleil. I'm a relationship coach. I'm an empowerment coach. I'm here to help you release fears and surrender to trust, and to embody your highest self in life, in relationships, in life transitions. And just sending you a whole lot of love and light. May all beings be happy and free. Aho.